there, Mrs. Kirk again. Guess what? It's time to do some hand morphing. So welcome to hand morphing. This can occur in a few different ways. I really mean that you take your hand and after tracing it with a pencil, you're going to think of a theme that has at least 5 different items that can go into that theme. Here's one that I did with the theme of Key West. You can see the southernmost buoy, a conch house, sailboat, the lighthouse, and a park. It's time to start drawing, so you need something to draw on and something to draw with. Get ready! Step number 1. You're going to need your hand and a pencil. Also a piece of paper. Now you can see the top of my paper here. I want to make sure that there is enough room between my fingers and the top of the paper to actually add the drawings. I'm going to slide my hand down to about the center and trace from my wrist at the very bottom where it goes off the page all the way around. I'm not going to worry about it being perfect right now because I have so much drawing and erasing to do that many of these lines will change so much, I'm not even going to worry about it. All right, here we go. Now that you have traced the outline of your hand, it's time to figure out what to do with it, right? So we're looking back at this original example of my Key West theme. You can see where I had originally traced my hand, erased the tips of my fingers, and developed them into an entire work of art. I have quite a few examples that I'm going to share with you to hopefully inspire you. This one is my food-themed hand. I just love the idea a student gave me for a taco thumb. Isn't that fun? This one's going to be cheeseburgers and fries when I'm done. And again, you can see I just started off with a traced hand. All right, there are more. Many of them are not terribly finished, and that's okay, right? Again, trace your hand, erase the tips, and change them into something different. Still more examples. An owl. That one was fun. This one's going to be a bird theme hand. Let me go ahead and do one right now. So what I want to do is just kind of erase the tip of the finger, give my mind fewer lines to worry about, and then think of a bird that I want to do. There's been a cute little baby bird in the yard these past few days. I think I'm going to draw something kind of like him. He has a big beak, big eye, some funny little feathers on the top of his head, and a big belly, little tail, and the longest, knobbiest legs you have ever seen. There we go. So you can see I start off with a pretty quick sketch, just inside and also overlapping the fingers. At that point, when I get to this stage right here, then I'm going to work on the details. I'm going to work through the details and getting it to morph into the hand. Did you see how I did that? I just started with a line right there at the bird and drew it into the line of the finger. Right here, I think I might just remove that line underneath his tail feathers there. Can bring his wing down a little bit and bring his tail down a little bit. Okay, and then his back leg becomes that part of the finger there. So I've added a bird just like that. I'm even tempted to get rid of this line now that I'm looking at it. Good thing I drew with a pencil, so I can make any of those changes that I want at any time. Still not sure what to do? Well, check this one out. Fruit and vegetables. That was supposed to be a carrot. It may be more of a turnip. Okay, I have more. Don't worry. How about this one? A coral reef. Isn't that neat? Oh, I really had fun doing this one. And you can see that I've just done so many of these. The ideas just keep flowing and flowing. And yes, they're unfinished. And you know what? That's okay. It's totally fine. Just get it on paper. That's the first step to creating something awesome in art.
Before you turn your artwork in, be sure to check your work. And here's how. Number 1, does your artwork feel intentional? Does it feel like you meant to create that drawing in just that way? Number 2, does your artwork fill the entire piece of paper or whatever material you're drawing on? We call it filling the picture plane. Number 3, is your artwork full of whatever you decided to use to color with? If you answered yes to all 3 of those questions, you are finished. Don't forget to upload your finished artwork in the OLS.